Well, no, you're still kind of processing everything as it happened in the octagon. I'm sure it's still probably settling in a little bit, but what's the emotion like for you right now?
I just found out 2 seconds ago I got performance of the night. So, yeah, it's pretty surreal. 7 weeks ago, I decided to make a big risk and just ditch my house and everything in it in Dallas, Texas, and I came here with my animals and my husband, and we have one vehicle. We packed up our car with one suitcase. We came here. We didn't have a house. We had nothing. I had to get a loan just to get a house. And I knew coming in here tonight that my whole paycheck was just going to go back to that loan. And, I took a big risk to get a big reward. And, I can't thank my team, my husband, my family, because, they were the ones that said, listen, you're going to have to go broke for a little bit just to get something good out of this. And I knew I had to do it, and man, I just feel so happy.
It's awesome. It's funny because when we talked to you beforehand, it's like, yeah, I decided to relocate, move back here. These people. It sounded like a very well thought out, very, Now in hearing was this just like a spur of the moment type thing?
I wanted to move back to Vegas a long time ago, but trying to leave Dallas, Texas was a little difficult because Safe was like, listen, stay, try to stick it out. But, that place wasn't my home. I missed my team. I missed Extreme Couture. I owe everything to them and my husband, because when I came to them, I was an amateur, and they were the ones that built me from the ground up, I felt like, and to come in here and make that walk with them, I told them I could be in the worst shape possible, but knowing I got my boys back behind me, I felt unstoppable. It didn't really matter who was put in front of me. It's just, this is a mental warfare in that cage. And tonight I just told myself for the first time, I don't want to fight for 15 minutes. I don't get paid per minute. I want to go in there and I just want to get the job done, and I want to go home to my family. And yeah, I did it, man. Feels good.
You didn't want to go 15 minutes. I mean, maybe you thought. Did you know it would be that explosive? Like maybe we won't even go 1 minute?
Listen, my coaches told me my kicks are deadly. And, my last coach was more boxing dominant. But I grew up in Taekwondo. My kicks are lethal, and I've always known it. But, when you go to a gym and you have a coach that's, strict on one style, that's the style you kind of have to do because that's your team, And when I came back to Extreme, they're like, listen, you're a kickboxer. You've been doing this your whole entire life. We got to use your kicks. My last fight, I didn't really get to show that, I didn't get to show shit. I didn't get to show much. I got headlocked forever, and it was embarrassing. I had to deal with it. I had to deal with the trolls. I had to deal with being known as the headlock girl. And I told my husband leading into this fight, I said, I can die, and I will not die knowing I am that headlock girl. I will not die knowing I'm 0-1 in the UFC. A 1-1 is a lot better than 0-2. And so tonight is just, I think, the start to my new chapter.
So the one thing I want to ask, the high kick or the kick lands, right? And we all go, wow, but then we all say, oh my God, was her hand still down? Was she still a downed opponent? So did it cross your mind at all that, like, oh my God, that might have been an illegal kick?
Not one bit. God was with me all the way. That was God's timing. It was close, but guess what? It was legal.
It was. Replay showed it was legal. So last thing for me then, obviously this is a big moment. I mean, we see the emotion clearly. We know what it's worth. Do you need some time now to reset your life and kind of like, resettle things here? Or is this like straight back to the gym and book something right away? I got to imagine you're feeling pretty healthy right now.
I'll be back in the gym Monday. I'm ready to go at all times. My weight's always good. I'm always training year-round. I don't believe in this whole bullshit train when you got to fight. I'm a martial artist. This is what I love to do. I love to fight, So Mick has my number. If there's a fight that gets pulled out, and it doesn't matter to me. I'm not the one to call anyone out. I just want to fight. When, anytime, anywhere, anyone.
Cheyanne, I think sometimes, because we talk to fighters every week, we sometimes forget how much a difference that 50 grand can make to your life. What impact is that going to have on you?
I am negative in my account right now. So it's going to make a big difference. And my whole paycheck actually is I have to pay back $15,000 for a loan I got from a few people. So, I made 10 and 10 from my win and show. So that 20,000 was just gone. So, and I was okay with it. I was okay if I won and that check was gone, because I made the move out here, and I knew that this fight was just going to be for the move. But it was the best decision me and my husband made for our careers, and just to get that bonus. I've been so broke my whole life because of this sport, but it's so worth it to me because I love this sport. But to get a $50,000 paycheck, my husband's going to tell me to put it away. I'm definitely going to want to buy some nice stuff, but, I like to buy a little bit of things for the house and for my animals. I really like to spoil my family, but, this week I'm definitely taking my team to go get a nice dinner. So it's life-changing for sure, but I just, got to put the money away and just go out there and fight again.
Is it reassuring now knowing that you won't be the headlock girl but the head kick girl?
Listen, the past is the past. You're only as good as your last fight. So if they want to think of me as the head kick girl, that's a lot better than the headlock girl. So I'm all right with that.
Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Cheyanne. I guess kind of talk a little bit more about being home with your family, with Eric Nixick. Just kind of talk a little bit more about that. Eric
Nixick, Dennis Davis, Ray Sefo, those are my men. Of course, my husband's my man, but I mean for the fight game. I came to them, like I said the other day, I came to them back when I was 20 years old. I think I just turned 20. I was a child, wasn't even legal to go buy alcohol, So when I came to them, I had a lot of growing up to do. I had a lot of learning to do. I still have a lot of learning to do. But when I left the team, I called Eric and I called Ray and I said, listen, I'm going to venture off to Africa to see if things will work out with this man. And, I took a big risk and I got a big reward. I made a husband out of it. I made a life out of that. But when I came back to the States, I knew it was a slap in the face to them that I never went back there. I had to go to Dallas for visa purposes. But, after my last fight, I just followed my heart. There was something in me that just said, listen, you just need to pack up, you need to go, and you just need to do what your heart tells you to do. And if there's anyone out there that ever is scared to take a big risk, don't be scared, just do it, because there's big rewards that come out of it.
You said, previously that, you were 0-4 as an amateur and you went to them and then you went on a run and then you were 0-1 in the UFC and you came back to them and now are you going to go on a run?
I went on a 3-fight losing streak when I came to them. The three losses were very close decisions, and I knew I was missing something, and it was wrestling. So when I came to them, Dennis Davis, he instilled wrestling in me. We went just back to basics, We went on a 4-fight winning streak as amateurs. I met Ray Sefo. The funny way I met Ray Sefo was, I was just a little girl in the gym. I was always there, and every time I was watching Ray Sefo hold pads for like Brad Tavares or something, I would just stand in the back and I would just shadow box whatever he was coaching. And one day Ray was like, "Hey, come, let's move around." And I'll never forget the first time he held pads for me. He told me to do one thing and I did it. And when he saw that and he saw the passion I had and how much I wanted to learn, he started training me for free as an amateur, and I couldn't believe that this kickboxing legend, just wanted to train me. And then he started cornering me with Dennis, and Coach Follis was also at the team. Unfortunately, may he rest in peace. But all those boys, they really took me under their wing at such a young age. And tonight, to make the walk with them, I looked at all my boys, all 3 of them, and I said, damn, you guys look good tonight. I was like, I am ready to make this walk with you guys. And it took 1 minute to get the job done, and I just felt so good. I'm just very happy to be back here.
You said on Thursday that you are a main card fighter. You proved it, right?
Hell yeah, I did.
And this building has been kind of your journey so far, right? You won your contract here, then you lost here, and then you got your win back here. Is it safe to assume that maybe your next fight you want to be on a pay-per-view, not on main card prelims, but in front of fans?
My style, if you saw, as soon as I walked in the cage, I'm over there fucking hyping people up. That's my style. That's what I do. I love to fight. I love to get dirty. I like to entertain, you know? So whether I'm on a fight night or if I'm on a pay-per-view, I don't care. As long as there's people, I mean, if there's not people, shit, it's all right. But I definitely enjoyed having a few people in the crowd. When I looked over, I saw my friends in there. I was like, oh, hell no, I'm not losing. I was like, all right. I was like, let's do this, you know. I'm always in the zone, but I let the crowd get involved, you know. That they're here to watch a show, you know. And that's, I always said, we're not just fighters, we're entertainers.
Finally, for me, you were booked against Kay Hansen last year. Would you like to fight her next?
Again, like I've said to you guys, I don't call anyone out, but actually me and Kay have been seeing each other at the PI and stuff, and, you know, she's going through a lot of health problems, so no, because she's not even ready to fight yet, so I wish her still a speedy recovery. She's still in the process of it. I see her all the time at the PI. I don't even know if her next fight will be at 15, because I don't even want to talk about her problems because that's what she can talk about, but I do know she's still recovering. So, and me and her actually have spoke that we will fight each other one day, but when timing is right, you know, she had to go through a lot of blood work and a lot of testing, you know. She pulled out for health reasons and she's still going through that. So whenever she's back to it, we'll see each other. You know, I really respect Kay, and I just want to see her healthy.
Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
I get to be popular for one more fight. All right.
It might be longer than you want to be popular. It seems like things are going well, man. To talk about the feel, I mean, that was a pretty dominant performance out there tonight. I mean, you won every round. So what's the feel like right now?
I mean, I feel like I need to learn how to hit harder. Kind of hit like a pansy, you know. Kind of sucked. They're like, you know, you won the middleweight striking record. It's like, what does that mean? I just can't hit that hard.
That's funny. That's a funny way to put it, actually. We'll talk about, like, you know, how things played out versus your expectation. I mean, it looked like a Sean Strickland fight out there, right? You were doing what you do, but, I mean, did anything he do surprise you at all, or was different than you expected at all?
You know, it's funny. He didn't scare me. Like, nobody scares me, but I trained with Uriah for a lot of years, and I gave him a lot of respect with his speed, his timing. It's kind of weird. You're going out there, I'm like hitting it. I'm like, wait a minute, like I'm better than you, you know. And it was kind of cool because you have to understand, Uriah's the guy that I kind of looked up to coming up. You know, he's about 7 years older. Happy birthday, Uriah! Today's his birthday, I believe. So he's a guy I looked up to, and going into that fight, it kind of meant something to me. He's also a guy that you don't really feel too great about beating just because you like him.
Was it a difficult mental challenge, like having yourself in the right mindset as you went in there based on those things?
Oh, no, it's funny. The moment he said yes to the fight, I hit him on Instagram. I was like, dude, I got to block you. Like, I got to learn to hate you a little bit. I got to want to hurt you, Like, I got to put some distance between me and your friendship. But, yeah, he's a savage.
Yeah. In round one, like, you started very quickly. I mean, you were absolutely dominant. And then it seems like at the start of, like, round 2, round 3, round 4, he was having moments to start.
Yeah.
But then you finished strong every single round. So those moments where he was starting to do good things, was it throwing you off at all? Or?
No, they're just flurries of, like, showmanship of, like, I'm going to throw hard to the body. And then once I started kind of walking into him and really seeing that there was just nothing left in the tank, the dog was gone, it was like, okay, this is my fight to win.
Were you surprised he didn't use more low kicks? I mean, he kicked the leg a couple times, but I don't know. It felt like maybe he should go to that more.
I checked a couple of them that kind of like I think it stung a little bit. He was getting flashbacks of the old champion, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Weidman?
Weidman, yeah, getting Weidman flashbacks. No, I don't really watch UFC. I don't mean to insult you, Weidman, your broken leg, but I just.
Was there a point that you know for sure? I mean, you mentioned like in the end, like it was just gone. I mean, was there a point in the fight you were like, oh, I know this is my fight, and the danger was gone?
I think I might have broke his orbital just because in the second round, he was blinking and rubbing his eyes, and someone who broke their orbital, I'm like, oh, yeah, I probably broke his orbital. It was honestly a testament to see somebody who was probably fighting with one eye finish a fight like that. So, yeah.
I know you don't get excited about rankings and anything and all that, but I mean, a win in a UFC main event, you kind of joke about I'll get to be popular for one more fight or whatever, but I mean, is this an accomplishment in your career to get to this level?
No, I mean, it is what it is. I've been training for so long. It's what it is, man. There's always going to be another killer. I'm going to fight somebody in a few more months. I might win. I might get knocked out. I just like to fight. I like making money. If I go somewhere, that's great. If not, what did Derek Lewis say? What was his last quote about if you let me run the division, you guys should all retire or something? I love Derek Lewis. He's a man. But, yeah, I'm just happy to be here, man.
That's funny. Have you enjoyed the attention this week? I mean, like I said, it always seems like you hate doing media and hate doing all this stuff, but I think people have enjoyed your personality.
I like it, but it's such like you should never enjoy fame because it's fake. Like, it's fucking fake. There was a point Uriah Hall was in every interview, every media, Uriah Hall, and now it's like, he's on the twilight of his career, he's getting older. It's like, it's just bullshit. You guys, I mean, I like you guys all, but, it's all bullshit. You guys know this.
I know, like you said, you don't really care who you fight, but are there any matchups that intrigue you? Because you're getting to the point now where not that you'll call people out. I know you'll fight anybody, but are there certain matchups you think, that's a fight I've always wanted?
I know like 2 names in the top 10, Brad Tavares, because we train together, and Israel Adesanya. So, I mean, I don't really watch fighting, man. I like to do it.
So should we make the headline, you call out teammate and
Yeah,
champ?
Brad Tavares, fuck you, no. No. Brad Tavares has a good overhand. He might knock me out, fucking Brad.
Last thing for me, I know you don't care who you fight, but when? Do you know? I mean, how's your body feeling?
I feel good, man. My buddy Aaron Jeffries, he's on the Contenders, and man, he deserves to be in. So I'm gonna just put all my attention and focus on him, getting him ready for his fight, and then after that, we'll just start working back into it. Because he's fighting a very specialist striker that's going to require me to be somebody I'm not for the next 5 weeks.
So, Sean, I know you say you don't care about winning the title and stuff, but is there a part of you that would find it fun to be the champion, to see how the UFC could promote someone who says some of the things that you get to say?
God, no, the UFC is the last. I'm probably the last person that wants a champion. So, Sean, what do you think about the UFC? I mean, it's cool, man. They pay me well. It's cool. Yeah. No, I'm the last one. They probably want to be the champion.
And are you, you say that you enjoy doing this. Is it nice to not provide the meth community with another?
Oh, man, it's funny. I've actually never done a drug in my life. I just think that, if I do drugs, I'll probably end up losing my fucking mind. So I stay away from it. I think after I'm done fighting, though, I'm going to go on a shroom journey. Everybody swears by shrooms, My pad man, he's always trying to take me on a shroom journey. So maybe after I'm done fighting, I don't know if I'll go meth, maybe acid or something.
It's funny because at the beginning of that, I was like, oh, look, he's actually being a positive role model. But then you managed
No, I mean, I've never done drugs, But here's the thing, dude. If you're not, if you don't have a lot of issues, go do drugs, have fun, enjoy life. But if you're a guy who has addictive personality, you watch too much porn, whatever you have to do, stay away from drugs, you guys. It's going to fuck your life up.
Is that your problem? Too much porn?
Oh yeah, I mean, if you're kidding me, I'm a man in the UFC. That's everyone's problem. You know what? No, besides Sam Alvey, because I always like Sam. Like, here's the thing, guys. I'm gonna give you some advice. You guys got to jerk off. Like I don't know if you're having sex on the regular, but like you got to jerk off once or twice a day, man. If you don't use it, you lose it. So I mean, to me, my porn addiction and jerking off, it's nothing I want. I'm just trying to.
It's medical.
I'm trying to stay fucking angry, stay sharp, you know? Yeah. I'm also left-handed, so that's why my jab's so good.
Thanks.
Hey, Sean.
What's that, man?
So on Tuesday, you're most likely going to be ranked number 8.
Oh, man, that's cool.
Did you envision being a top 10 fighter?
I mean, no, I guess. It's cool. No, yeah, no. I never really think about it.
I noticed that you didn't really talk in the cage this fight. Was that just a respect thing?
I mean, Uriah's dangerous, man. He was a guy. He took a lot of focus. You know, with me and Jack, it was a boxing match. Uriah, he didn't do it, but Uriah has the potential to like, you know, highlight you. So it was one of those things where it's like I really didn't want to, you know, get distracted and fucking wake up with him standing over me. He would be here telling everybody how much of an asshole I am just because I don't watch anime, you know.
There was a couple times that it appeared that you had hurt him, but you shot him for a takedown. What was that about?
You know what? I mean, maybe cowardice on my part. Early in the first or second round, I would hit him. I seen blood. I mean, I just couldn't put him down. I hit him with a lot of hard shots. There was one point I hit him. I seen blood leak out, you know, and I couldn't put him down. So I was like, you know what? I'll just take the bitch way out and just, you know, take him down, get him tired, and maybe finish him towards the end.
And then I guess finally, just, you know, talk a little bit about your training camp, because you know, everybody at Syndicate, I mean, they just say that in training camp you're a savage.
You know, my home gym is Syndicate with John Wood. He's a man. I have a great camp, but I do most of my training there. But I cross-train a lot of extreme. You know, Eric, he's a good guy. He's helped me a lot. People understand that I'm such an asshole, and I end up breaking my training partners. So it's nice to have a lot of cool guys say, hey, listen, Sean, I know you're a dick. Come on, I'll let you be a dick for 1 or 2 days and get the fuck out, you know. But yeah, John Wood, Syndicate, they're the best, man. He's a man.
And then finally, I'd be remiss with asking that there's this dream matchup of you versus Kevin Holland, because you guys are both talkers in the cage. He's on a losing streak. You're on a 4-fight.
Yeah, I mean, he's not really somebody I'd want to fight just because, you know, you don't want to lose to a guy on a losing streak, right? You don't want to fuck up. No, I don't have really anything against Kevin Holland, but he probably should shut up and try to win a little bit more. I mean, you should, you know, talking works when you're winning, but when you're losing, bro, it's time to shut the fuck up and win some fights.
Congrats.
Okay, guys? Anybody else? Oh, nope.
One last one, Sean. In case I missed it, or the post-fight with, you know, the team, what was different between this Uriah and the one that you met years before his, and you guys' club?
I mean, you know, you're like, I was 20, 21, I wasn't in the UFC. I would watch him, you know, I would watch him knock highlight guys on UFC. He'd be in the gym and he would knock guys out. I don't think there's anything different, you know. I think I was just better. Uriah's not a guy that I like to insult. He's a great guy. He came out there hard. He fought a war. But I think you know, I'm consistent. I train hard. I'm just better.
Did you want to show that? Because you dominated with the takedowns. Clinch, you were sharper, smarter, end game, dirty boxing, but you wanted to keep it at distance. Was that like just...
I know, it's like, I mean, I'm great on the ground. I mean, I could do a lot of stuff on the ground. I'm great at wrestling, but when you're a striker, it's like, it's a very hard thing to shut off. It's like, you're a striker. You really have to force yourself, hey, Sean, stop being a fucking idiot. Win the fight. Come on now, you know?
All right, congrats on the win.
Thank you guys.
Just want to say one thing. You remember the other day you said Uriah Hall knocks people out and then jerks off at home over
Yeah.
it? He denied that. He says he doesn't.
Oh, get the fuck out. What did you ask him? What was the question?
I actually read the quote.
Did he? He's probably like, oh, no, I don't do that. As he's like,
I actually think it kind of like broke him mentally for a second. He was like, interesting.
yeah, it's because he fucking does. But hey, there's nothing wrong with that, man. If you like to fucking hurt people, you're in the right sport, man. Like, I would love nothing more than to kill someone in the ring. Nothing more. It would make me super happy. I would own that shit, too. I don't know if it'd make me liable. I might have to say I'm sorry if the cops came, but I would own that shit. Own it, man. Be a psychopath. It's fucking fun.
See you later.